Since assuming office in 2015 as the 7th elected governor of Plateau State, Right Honorable Simon Bako Lalong wasted no time in bringing to bear his wealth of experience as a lawyer, legislator, and indeed the longest-serving Speaker of the Plateau State House of Assembly. Taking over from a government of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which had held sway for 16 years, Governor Lalong inherited a basket full of challenges ranging from fragile peace and insecurity, economic deprivation, infrastructure deficit, and a demoralized civil service, among others. Governor Lalong, together with his deputy, Professor Soni Gwanle Tioden, immediately settled down to business with determination to achieving results under the Plateau Rescue Initiative, which was the mantra of his campaign to deliver change to the people.
Before I became governor, I saw a lot of insecurity in the state. I saw a lot of mismanagement. I saw people, Plateau State, no longer trusting each other. I saw no-go areas in Plateau State and crises here and there of different magnitude. A lot of people were being killed on a daily basis. Some people are selling their houses, and that was why we said, no, we need something to rescue Plateau.
Plateau, as you remember when we came on board, was a factionalized state, one against the other, on religious grounds, ethnic grounds. So when we came on board, we saw this as a challenge.
Under the 5-pillar policy thrust of the Rescue Administration, the governor narrowed his priority areas to peace, security and good governance, human capital development and social welfare, agriculture and rural development, entrepreneurship and industrialization, and physical infrastructure and environment. This was further consolidated into a 3-point vision after his re-election in 2019.
We take a cue from the idea or from the dreams of the governor. His dream is to bring peace to the Plateau, to return peace to Plateau. And we, his home base, I think we are #1 peaceful area on the Plateau.
The administration has done a lot in incorporating the traditional institutions into some of the actions of government, in some of the policies of government.
In line with the strategic development plan developed for the state by the Boston Consulting Group. Today, the Lalong Rescue Mission is steadily delivering its campaign promises on the modified vision of peace, security and good governance, infrastructural development and sustainable economic rebirth.
After addressing some of these issues, we now narrowed it to 3. Now that there is peace, now that civil servants are back to work, now that infrastructure is going on, what do we do to address the issue of development, general development now?
In terms of physical infrastructural development, the Lalong administration from inception chose a different path from the trajectory of discarding projects of previous administrations, which accounted for abandoned projects scattered all over the state and costing the state losses running into billions of naira. To this end, the governor prioritized the completion of some inherited and abandoned road projects which have direct impact on the people as they were very critical to the state's economy. Principal among such inherited projects are the Joseph Ngomwok Secretariat Junction Flyover Bridge and Roads, the Secretariat Junction Old Airport Bukru Expressway to Mararaban Jama'a Roads, Ugia Road, and the rehabilitation of intra-city roads in the Jos Bukru metropolis. Many more road infrastructure projects were also initiated and completed within the Jos Bukru metropolis. Notable among them are the Miango Junction Kufang Rafiki Roads, Jos Wildlife Park to Dong Roads, Federal Locust Frontier Road Networks, Locust Roundabout through Domkat Bali Old Airport, State Locust Network Roads, rehabilitation of Tudungwada Ring Road, completion of Rayfield Yelwa Club Junction Road, Kugia Rahul Kanang Road, Maza Junction into Maza Village Road, and Gwarukuba through Etobaba to Old Lamingo Dam Road, among several others. Added to these are road rehabilitation initiatives under the Operation Zero Potholes and urban development within major towns, covering over 41 road projects. These include construction of Angwarimi and Angwarogo to Bauchi Road, Alikazauri to Angwarogo Road, Rayfield to Zarmaganda Road, British America Murtala Mohammed to Terminus Road, Anguldi to Vom Road, Zawang to College of Health Road, Hillcrest Plateau Hospital to Dogon Karfi Road, Plateau Hospital to Dental Clinic Road, Timber Shade to Challenge Bookshop Road, Tina Junction to Dutse Uku Road, Angwanrukuba to Etubaba Road, among others. Several other road projects were awarded for construction and rehabilitation across the other senatorial zones of the state.
I said, if I leave the project left by my predecessor, it means I am wasting resources of the common man. So what I did for about 2 years was to concentrate on completing projects left by my predecessor. When it came to almost the second part of the second year, I also initiated 27 road projects undergoing now. All of them are ongoing.
We wanted people to see where their money is going to, and it's been encouraging. One of the best and the novel projects that His Excellency brought to bear on Plateau is the street lighting.
For instance, in the Central Zone, the East to Langkang Road in Pangshin and Tenti Monguna Dafo Road are currently under construction, while the Mongu Bypass Road has been rewarded after the initial contract was revoked. In the Southern Zone, there is the Kalong Ongwandadi to Shendam Road, Longvel Yelwa Mato Junction Taraba Border Road in Shendam Local Government Area, Dokan Kaswa Kuala Kurbi Road in Kwampan Local Government Area, rehabilitation of the Langtang Garkawa Yelwan Shendam Longvel Road, Shendam Bypass Road, among others.
We are here working on a bridge. We have the bridge, we have the roads as a bypass. We are moving with the work, and the progress, as you see in the road, is moving fast.
In ka duba cikin gari gabaki daya gaskiya mun yi murna sosai da abin da shi Lalong yana yi, domin ka duba su hanyoyin mu waɗanda da an manta da su a cikin gari duka mun ga Lalong ya dawo yana cire su.
Realizing the need to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, the Lalong Rescue Administration installed streetlights within the Jos and Bukru metropolis under the Operation Light Up Plateau, covering a distance of 90 kilometers. In the health sector, the Lalong administration has equally sustained its commitment to develop infrastructure and provide quality health services. After being abandoned for about 13 years, the Riom General Hospital was completed and equipped by Governor Lalong with additional scope as a trauma center.
The trauma center at Riom. The last administration came and said they are not going to do that trauma center. There were a lot of accidents around that road, always when you are moving to Abuja, and each time people die because there is nowhere to keep people. And I said that hospital is very important. I completed the hospital.
Actually, this is a huge plus to us in the local government having a project like this.
Similarly, General Hospital Mobudi in Langtang South local government, abandoned at less than 20%, was completed by Governor Lalong with additional infrastructure such as the dental clinic and patients relations unit. Same goes for the General Hospital Kwal in Kankie local government, which was equally abandoned at foundation level but has been completed by the Lalong administration. It will soon be equipped and put to use. Perhaps the most ambitious of Governor Lalong's infrastructure initiative is the Lalong Legacy Project, primarily focused in the health and education sectors across the 17 local governments. Government is constructing world-class primary and secondary schools as well as hospitals across the 3 senatorial zones. These comprise of 8 primary schools, 6 secondary schools and 6 hospitals, which are at various stages of completion.
We have in each local government either well-built model school or a model hospital. So we have about 6 of them. In most of them, we are almost completing.
Health and education for us are critical sectors as far as, affecting the lives of the people.
In addition to Lalong legacy projects, the administration has continued to make huge investments in the entire educational sector from primary to tertiary level.
So many people, when they pass or when they meet me, say, are you building a university in Rio? I said, no, it's a secondary school. They say, this school is, the quality of this school is that of a university. I said, this is what the present government is doing. So we thank the present government for bringing us this project.
So far, it has constructed over 639 new primary and junior secondary school classrooms across, renovated 724 classrooms, fenced several schools, renovated many examination halls, recruited and trained more teachers, and constructed over 84 toilets to improve sanitation and hygiene in schools. Government, through the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, procured and distributed 55,985 tables and chairs for primary and junior secondary schools.
We had gone up, increasing the number of schools from 2,000 to 2,557. So you could see that there's an increase of 220 schools, an upward increase of 220. And that would have been an increase of 9%.
So much has also happened at the state's tertiary schools, such as the College of Education Gindiri, where 100% accreditation of courses was achieved for the first time in 15 years, and the school organized a combined convocation for a backlog of 6 sets of students. Diploma programs which were either scrapped at the College of Arts, Science and Technology, Kurgui, were restored because the Lalong administration improved the infrastructure and manpower. Since the Lalong administration restored academic activities at the Plateau State University, Bokos, many courses have been successfully accredited and new courses established. 3 new faculties of medical sciences, law and environmental sciences are about coming on stream. A teaching hospital for the university has been earmarked at Shandam, where work is currently going on. The judiciary is equally not left out, as the Lalong administration is almost completing the new High Court complex in Jos, with determination to continue the overhaul of all courts in the state, including the High Court at West of Mines. This is in addition to improving the welfare of judicial officers and working towards full autonomy of the arm of government.
You cannot enhance the status of the judiciary without also improving on the infrastructure and even their allowances. So, one project that was heavily left abandoned again was the project, the High Court complex.
Structurally, that court is completed. So there are external works that we were going to do before COVID came in. That court should be put into use.
One commendable thing that Governor Lalong did as far as we're concerned is the issue of adopting the Administration of Criminal Justice Law 2018 on the Plateau. That has changed the entire radical dimension of criminal jurisprudence.
Understanding that peace and security is the basic foundation for development, Governor Lalong has made security the major priority of his administration. His approach was to allow the people drive peace building through an institutional approach. This gave birth to the Plateau State Peace Building Agency, the first of its kind in the country, which launched the state's peace roadmap performed by the President, Muhammadu Buhari.
And when we achieved that peace within a short time, we needed to consolidate that peace. We established the Peace Building Agency, the only type in Nigeria now. Mr. President himself came to flag it off.
The Peace Building Agency, the model of the Peace Building Agency has been copied by other states, and I hope it's working for them, but for us on the Plateau, it's working for us.
We need to recognize the fact that our work depends also largely on the level of understanding and cooperation between the Peace Building Agency and the stakeholders we work with.
Till date, we can see to a very large extent that issues of insecurity have reduced to the barest minimum.
While reinvigorating its Operation Rainbow, the Lalong administration instituted a proactive support and collaboration with statutory security agencies such as the Operation Safe Haven, the police, State Security Service, Civil Defense, and other paramilitary organizations, which it has continued to support with logistics and equipment to enable them respond to security challenges in the state.
Operation Rainbow now is highly mobilized and is provided with everything. I mean everything.
Today, the state enjoys substantial peace that the Lalong administration is consolidating through the adoption and implementation of community policing and the harmonization of the activities of all community watch groups, vigilante associations, hunters and similar bodies by bringing them under one roof for easy coordination, training and possible utilization in the community policing initiative. The Security Surveillance Center initiative has further taken the quest for a safe and secure Plateau state to the next level. To further deter and punish criminals, Governor Lalong signed into law the Anti-Kidnapping, Anti-Land Grabbing, Cultism and Other Violence-Related Matters Bill, also passed by the House of Assembly, which carries the death penalty for kidnappers. Part of peace consolidation of the Lalong Rescue Administration is by meeting the yearnings of the people through the restoration of chiefdoms and districts that were scrapped by the previous administration, as well as creating new ones. Thus, 2 first-class, 10 second-class and 10 third-class traditional stools were given by the governor to the excitement of the people. Because of his labor for a peaceful Plateau, many were therefore not surprised when daily independent newspapers gave Governor Lalong the award as Best Governor for Peace and Security 2019 at a highly attended event in Lagos. Today, many organizations, local and international, are jostling to host their conferences, seminars and meetings, while diplomats representing various countries continue to troop into the state to explore areas of collaboration, unlike in the past when they shunned the state for fear of insecurity.
And then when you talk about tourism, the weather alone, even at this period, you see a lot of people trooping into Jos. Today, as I'm talking, today the whole of Jos is filled up.
Only last year, the state hosted a successful national festival for arts and culture, NAFEST 2020. To further deepen reform of the water sector, the Lalong administration unbundled the existing water management structure for better efficiency, service delivery and access. Consequently, the governor signed into law and gazetted the Plateau State Water Sector Law, which gave rise to 4 agencies. Many new water treatment plants have been constructed, while old ones rehabilitated, in addition to provision of thousands of hand pumps, solar panel boreholes to supply water to both urban and rural areas of the state.
The priority is how we can provide water to the city, the urban areas, Bukuru and Jos in particular, and then how we can provide water to the municipal area council and other small towns, as well as the rural communities.
In terms of good governance, the Rescue Administration did not only liberate workers from the salary arrears syndrome, but has remained consistent in ensuring civil servants and pensioners receive their emoluments as and when due. Little wonder the workers on their own christened Simon Bako Lalong as Governor Alert.
I wasn't surprised when the civil servants now nickname, they put a name, they say Governor Alert, because the way we paid their salaries was what surprised them all. Things that never happened in their life. So they said, this one, you are Governor Alert.
That's why he was one of the very few governors within the country that went to the stadium, received a salute of the march past by civil servants, which is a major achievement.
In the primary school, for example, about 4,000 people were rusticated. We brought them back. In PRTV, about 100 people that were employed were driven by past administration. We brought them back, and we continue to look at areas of need, and the governor gives approval.
Today, there is industrial harmony and mutual understanding in the state, even as the implementation of the new minimum wage is going on. Another area which the Lalong Rescue Administration has shown great commitment is in embracing sound financial policies to harness and deploy the lean resources available for the good of all its citizens. The state's accounting system operated under the TSA has been reinvigorated with the implementation of a state fiscal transparency, accountability and sustainable program and the establishment of the Project Monitoring and Result Delivery Unit PMRDU with a clear mandate to track of projects and programs implemented by all the MDAs, the introduction of the Liquidity Management Committee LMC and the Efficiency Unit EU has saved the government over 3 billion naira annually.
He created the efficiency office to strengthen the work being done in that place. All the approvals by all the ministries come through that unit.
Little wonder the second corruption survey report released by the National Bureau of Statistics in 2019 ranked Plateau State as the second least corrupt state in Nigeria, a recognition on which the government intends to do more until it becomes the least corrupt state in the country. The Lalong government has also continued to look inwards to jack up its monthly internally generated revenue so as to carry out development projects which have been greatly affected by shortfalls from FAC allocations. Apart from improving IGR from about 600 million naira in 2015 to about 900 million naira in 2019, the state government recently engaged a consortium of tax experts compliance professionals PLC to assist it bolster its revenues. The governor also established the Plateau State Revenue Council and appointed a new board for the Plateau Internal Revenue Service to achieve the needed boost in revenue.
From 2015, this government came in and the revenue stood at just about, it was about 8 billion in 2015. And we took the revenue to about 19.1 billion in 2020.
With the outbreak of COVID-19, Governor Lalong again demonstrated his passion for the healthcare of the citizens of the state as he personally chaired the task force set to combat the disease and rolled out several proactive measures which culminated in setting up a research group of experts to come up with cure for coronavirus and other infectious diseases.
When the COVID landed the shores of Nigeria, the governor quickly put in place relevant structures to that effect. And he himself spearheaded it as being the chairman of the task force. And eventually, when it landed, we were prepared.
In his determination to change the trajectory of Plateau State perceived as a civil service state, Governor Lalong established the Plateau Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency, PLASMIDA, which has continued to address youth unemployment, poverty reduction, entrepreneurship development, skills acquisition, and promoting financial literacy. So far, it has trained over 50,000 youths in various skills and provided technical support to enable them start various small and medium businesses. In partnership also with the German International Corporation GIZ and the Industrial Training Fund ITF among others, Plateau State through PLASMIDA has continued to churn out innovators and entrepreneurs who have shown dominance in the National Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises MSMEs Awards. The Plateau State government supported and promoted nationally recognized innovators such as Engineer Jerry Malo of Benny Agro Machinery and Automobile, Luca Pambot of Zhang Technologies and Mafeng Woodwork and Carpenters, who all won awards at the National MSMEs Annual Awards.
PLASMIDA is the one responsible for engaging youth, for training youth, for creating empowerment and employment for all the youths. Within a very short time, we started PLASMIDA before the social investment at the federal level. By the time we started PLASMIDA, you can't imagine, we're already engaged up to 50,000 youths.
To encourage investment into the state and eliminate setbacks to business, Plateau State keyed into the federal government's Ease of Doing Business initiative and have established a one-stop shop to facilitate the establishment of businesses. It is also planning to host an economic and investment summit to further market the investment potentials of the state to the world. In the field of agriculture, Governor Lalong has led by example as he continues to engage in farming even as a governor, to encourage the people to produce more food and get more income. Apart from acquiring the earlier sold back farms in Zalaki, his administration has revived the Bokos fertilizer blending plant and concessioned it to Bajefta group of companies to ensure the timely supply of fertilizers to farmers. It has also subsidized quality variety of seedlings and other farm inputs. Working with the African Development Bank, the state is revolutionizing the production of Irish potatoes, for which the state is renowned for. It established a potato tissue culture laboratory in Mangu, built processing centers, market stalls, feeder roads, and conducted research that has enabled the production of potatoes and other assorted vegetables in all the 17 local governments of the state.
With the help of the African Development Bank, all the structures are laid for producing potato, not only for Nigeria, but if it is possible, exporting potato.
We have decided to add more to fertilizer. One, we have brought in improved seed, or what you call certified seeds, to our farmers. We have 2 different maize or varieties to be given to our farmers at subsidized rate. We have rice at subsidized rate. We have cotton at subsidized rate. We have tomato at subsidized rate.
The Lalong Rescue Mission has also registered giant strides in the area of sports and youth development. With its guidance and support, Plateau United Football Club won the Nigerian Premier League for the first time and repeated the same feat in 2020.
Plateau United, that was going under relegation at that time, we rescued that team from relegation. Not only rescuing the team from relegation, that team became the overall. So we took the Challenge Cup and then we went on to Continental.
Governor Lalong, who is an active golfer, has continued to develop other sports, including golf, where the state has hosted the Governor's Cup for the last 6 years. Last year alone, the Governor's Golf Tournament recorded over 400 entries of golfers from both professionals and amateurs from within and outside the country, further boosting the tourism potentials of the state and enhancing its economy. At the recently concluded National Sports Festival in Edo State, the state contingent displayed an impressive performance in various sports. As chairman of the Northern States Governors Forum, Governor Lalong continues to give purposeful leadership to his colleagues in addressing national challenges. He strongly believes that development is deeply rooted in peaceful coexistence. Thus, the journey towards a prosperous Plateau state continues to lie in his ability to govern with justice, fairness, and fear of God while building institutions that will outlive his tenure. In the past 6 years, he has continued to deploy the meager resources accruing to the state judiciously in meeting the yearnings and aspirations of the people by creating the right environment for attracting investment and creating jobs for the people. He continues to urge the citizens and friends of the home of peace and tourism to always think Plateau and act Plateau.
All that is encapsulated in that is to infuse a sense of patriotism.
Today, I'm sure majority of Plateau people are not thinking like before. The new thinking in Plateau is to think Plateau and to also act Plateau.